Hey, that is a very sexy top. Is that another thing that
Like that?
Cody got you?
Yes.
Awesome. I am
Yeah.
eating a cheese stick.
Yours as well.
Thanks.
Um,
Anthony does like this one, but I got it for
it's
myself.
cute.
I think he was with me
Uh,
though. He was like, "Yeah, I like that one."
that's a good one. I like it. Like it a lot.
Yes.
Cheese is always a good thing to eat.
Yep, this is true. And I always pick the best times. Like I knew I had to do this, or not had to, but
Mhm.
was going to be calling
No,
you
no, yeah.
the whole time. And then I was just like, I need a cheese stick because I haven't had lunch yet. So.
I was just eating too, so it's all good.
Oh yeah, what'd you have?
Had we call them hootenannies, but they're like German pancakes.
Okay, what is it? Is it potatoes?
No,
Like
it's just
potato
like
pancakes?
it's like a pancake in a sheet pan, basically. A
Okay.
little more egg to it. Like it's good. It's good.
I went straight to potatoes because you're in Idaho.
We do eat a lot of potatoes, and
So
it
do
is like
we.
potato harvest,
So
so
do we. Oh, is it?
cool. Yes. Yeah, there's not much more to say about it, but yes, it is potato harvest.
Please do go on.
So what they do. Oh, anyway. And you have had an extremely stressful month.
Yeah, we have. It's been eventful since
It
we
has been eventful.
last did a podcast. My
Yeah.
father-in-law was diagnosed with and died from stage 4 lung cancer that had metastasized to his
Sheesh.
ribs and spine, and it was just really a lot
Sudden and
to
hard.
yeah, sudden and hard. And he did, just left a it's more than a hole.
Yeah, I do know.
But
It's
that's what led me to say what I want to say today, which is to talk about grieving, but without having your belief system anymore. Sorry, I'm gonna get this
it's a
together.
no, you're good. You cry as
Because
much as you want. It
no, I
is
know.
it it's a completely different thing from growing up where people tell you, "Oh, this is what happens after you die," and you're like, "Okay, I just take that for what it is." Like they know. And
And
now to be in a place where you're like, I
it's
don't
the
know.
easy
Yeah.
thing to do because right now, as I've been answering a lot of questions, I have not been telling my girls anything like, oh, they're an angel, or oh, he's up in heaven right now. Like I don't make those type of statements. I talk about him, but
Yeah.
not in that way. But they're coming to those conclusions anyways because everybody around them is. So Elena's like, Papa's in heaven, and I'm like, maybe. Just because it's just
Yeah.
like just so not a belief that I have anymore, that just telling her that and like having her take on the same type of like guilt and things that I had, that once I
Yeah.
came to understand the rules into getting there and the people that were left out of it and just all the ways that it just doesn't feel good to me anymore. It's
Yeah.
like it's hard to just regurgitate those, and I don't know, but I don't have like an answer. So I've been
Yeah.
thinking a lot about the different type of like beliefs that I do have. Like, do you feel like after leaving the church, do you still hold on to like that traditional belief of a heaven and a hell, or do you have any idea what you think afterlife might be?
I I had a hard time picturing heaven, period. Like I really never believed that there was an actual hell. You know what I mean? Where there's fire and brimstone and people sent there.
Yeah, even though we were
Um,
told it on repeat, it did not. Our brains were like, I don't know, that's stupid.
yeah. But I always believed that there like spirits lived on kind of thing. Um, I liked to believe that like I could kind of call on the people that passed on before and get help from them or get comfort from them or just have them near me, or sometimes I would just talk to them, and I
Yeah,
didn't know if that was just me comforting myself or what,
yeah,
but it helps to think of them being able to
yeah.
be nearby.
I don't think it matters whether it's real or not, as far as your brain is concerned. So I think it's still good,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Because even
Keeping
if
their
it's
memory alive. However,
Exactly. In any way that you can. Um, this is really
yeah.
off topic, but tonight we are ghostifying some old paintings. Like, have you seen that on TikTok?
Awesome. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
In fact, I just
So
watched one right before this.
awesome. So we've got like 5 paintings, and one we got from
Nice.
Goodwill, but the rest were all in our attic because like hand-me-downs, and they're pretty cool. So we're gonna have some friends come
Awesome.
over tonight, and we're gonna ghostify those. And I had the thought of like whoever painted these, like they've been put away in attics and stuff like that, and we're like bringing it to life again. And it's kind of the same thing as when
Mhm.
you have a thought of someone, like that literally the moment that I know they live in. It's the only thing I absolutely
Yeah,
know is that they like their memory and like
they're
parts
there
of
in
them.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it helps me in just, I don't know, having that memory. So I think it's still a good thing,
Absolutely.
even though I don't know it all, if I
Yeah.
believe it. But I'm also, because I'm okay with the not, but our mind just wants to like
I'm
make
not quite
sense
there
of it.
yet.
Yeah. I'm okay with the not.
I
But even with being okay with
I
the not, I want to make sense of it. I want to be like,
yeah.
I feel like I have some sense of, so I like to continue to think on it because why the heck not?
Hmm. Yeah. I hate the thought of somebody just being there being there 1 second and then not the next. Like
Hmm.
my brain has a really hard time wrapping around that and I hate it. I hate that this this person that could be a huge part of my life can just all of a sudden not be there. Like
Yeah.
what?
No, that is
So
terrifying and it sucks. But the part for me that I am like okay with it is because I feel like death is peaceful. I feel like it's like a
yeah,
long sleep. I like
can
no
be.
part of it to me feels like it's like once the suffering's done, like I don't know, like all I hope for is a quick death, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm
It's
not
not
afraid of
somebody
death.
trapped somewhere. It's not somebody
Yeah.
like banging on the glass, trying to get somebody to hear them. It's just a peaceful, I don't know, whatever it is, I really hope it's peaceful, even, reincarnation and afterlife, anything, whatever it is, I just hope it's good.
I've been thinking a lot about the reincarnation thing.
Have you?
Yeah. Well, because we talked about the whole um the past lives of kids in our
Yeah.
last thing, and I've been watching more things recently just because like I don't know, it's I guess because I am grieving, and so I'm thinking
Mhm.
about these type of things because you miss these people and you want to think they're there in some way, or no, just know they're
Yeah.
okay, or whatever, I don't know. But sorry. You just see me buffer.
No, there are some beliefs that like we come in groups. So like the people that are reincarnated are you're kind of in the same people group. I don't know, but I like that thought. I've heard of some reincarnation stories where like you'll be talking to a baby and they'll be like, "Oh, remember when I was your grandpa?" Or you know what I mean, like that kind of thing. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's real or not, but that's a really sweet belief, I think.
I like that too. The idea of getting to actually that you really will stay with your people through time.
Yeah,
Like I like that a lot.
I do too.
Um, so on the ideas of the past lives with kids that I was talking about there,
Hmm.
I was going to talk about how like just that I think I'm just having a hard time phrasing this to you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of the best way to do
That's
it.
okay.
Um, I've been thinking, I guess, of like a storyline because it's not like an actual belief. It's just like, wouldn't it be cool if, and it's stemming from that about being able to like be aware that reincarnation was real and then actually take something into the next life, knowing that you're not going to be this person anymore. It's going to be a completely
Yeah.
different life, like accepting that. And then like what kind of thing you could do for that next person's life, because you know how they say we have like generational trauma and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like me and Anthony both had anxiety at very young ages, like documented, treated. Anthony was studied. They thought he was crazy. He was literally just
Yeah.
really smart, but also like just he had like this sense of like justice. Like he was seeing everything that was wrong. And what's crazy is like now, like those people aren't seen as much as crazy anymore because we can kind of see it, but he's always like been that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like maybe because we can't think of any trigger. He had such a kind of almost idyllic childhood, but like where did this trauma or where did this, you know what I mean? And we know that there is like a chemical imbalance for sure. But
Yeah.
the idea of like reincarnation, if that chemical imbalance happened because it came from the past life, and if we could like better future generations by like sending good I don't know, because
No, no, it makes total sense. There is a branch of hypnotherapy that deals with like regressing back into former lives to just for that purpose to like see where your feelings and thoughts come from and to, just have a better understanding of them. I have a really hard time with things like hypnotherapy. I don't feel like it's something that works on me. I just haven't,
yeah,
I don't
because I
know.
think you have to
But
believe
I
it
think
wholeheartedly,
I
which
don't know.
maybe me,
I
because I
there's a
don't
wall
believe
there
it
for me.
wholehearted. Yeah, there's a wall because I know I don't believe it wholeheartedly. And so I would be not able to. And so sometimes it makes me think that is just our mind tricking ourselves into what we want,
Hmm.
because our mind, if we believe hard enough, can make anything feel like
Hmm.
reality.
But I have known people that it's worked for.
I mean, that's good.
Like they've so
It doesn't
if
tell
he
me definitively that reincarnation is real, but I think it's just as
no.
real of a thought or idea as any other religious belief. Any one of them could, they are as valid to me, but I don't believe in any one.
Yeah.
And I think
And there's
I'm
freedom
like,
in that.
yeah, because I think I'm okay with that. Like I'm okay with whether I go on or whether I don't, because it doesn't feel like it'll be painful. And sometimes life can be so much, especially when you think about so much all the time and care so much all the time, that it would just be kind of relaxing.
Right?
Is that
No,
bad?
it's no, it's exhausting to think of it going on and on and on forever. It's like, oh, I don't know if I have that in me. Like, do you know what I think of whenever I think of like death and passing on?
What?
I think of a movie that we watched when we were younger. The kid from Jurassic Park was in it, and like he was scared of dying, and he was always afraid that if he like woke up in the middle of the night and it was pitch black, he was afraid he was dead and he like didn't know where he was. And so his friend like took off his stinky sneaker and put it by his face. Do you remember this?
Oh, I think I showed it to you. Was it The Cure? And it's because it was
Uh,
about he had
okay,
it was
sure.
a really, really good movie. And I would say
Hmm.
my mom like used to just get random movies from wherever we could rent movies at the time. Um,
Uh-huh.
and that was one that she brought home that was so good. I don't know if it was like ever really popular, but it was one of my favorite
Oh.
movies. It was so good.
Well, I just love the fact that his friend would like take off his stinky sneaker and put it next to his face. He's like, when you wake up, it's pitch black, you smell my sneaker, you know you're okay. You're right here. And so then after he really did pass away, he left
Hmm.
his little stinky sneaker in his coffin with him, and I
Yeah,
thought
yeah. I
that was
need to
pretty
go
sweet.
find where we can watch that again because this is a
Yeah.
good movie. Definitely go watch
Yeah.
that if you haven't watched The Cure. And yeah, I don't even know where to watch
Well,
that. I have to look into that.
I I have a hard time with even cemeteries. Like I enjoy like going to them to visit people that I have passed on, and it's a place where you can go and you can like feel kind of concentrate on them and remember things.
Uh,
But when I
yeah,
think of me being put in a cemetery someday, I'm like, don't do it. Like I'm not there. Just scatter my ashes somewhere, plant me in a tree, do something, but don't just put me in a box to take up real estate and make people come visit me. Like,
yeah. The only time I like going to whatever the hell we just said,
cemetery.
cemetery. I was like funeral home, whatever. The only reason I ever like to go there is because I want to go celebrate the person who's died, but I'm not the type that's going to want to go back either. But it's not because I have a problem with, like, it's nothing spiritual. It's nothing about, ooh, there might be
Oh,
spooky spirit. It's like it's human bodies, and walking over the top of them just feels weird. I know you walk
Well, I
around, but
think
it just makes me feel a little
it just feels a little
like
icky.
yeah. I'm like,
Well,
so
and
I wouldn't want to be there either.
I think our
But
bodies were designed like ashes to ashes, dust to dust kind of thing. When after you
yeah,
die, you just
go back into the earth and become
back to the earth.
fertilization, yeah, versus hiding
Something.
yourself from the earth to use.
All these cement boxes in the
Yeah, I
ground are
mean,
like
I
it
think it
freaks
was
me out a
because
little.
the animals were digging things up, and they're trying to
That's true too.
decrease smell, I imagine. I don't know. But
Yeah.
we definitely are on the cremation train. Like most all the people I know that have died recently have been cremated, including our doggos. And
Yeah.
like some people keep it in their home. We are gonna put them at the cemetery because like my father-in-law because he was in the military and they have a space for him there, and then like our my dad
Yeah.
will be there too, and then our moms will be with them because they let them do that. But as far as like my ashes, yeah, I don't think they need to like if you want to keep them, but like I don't need to be at a cemetery either. Like
Yeah.
I'm not there. So if you want to keep me somewhere, make it so you don't have to go there to that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, after my husband's mom passed away, we so his brother and his mom passed away within just a couple of years of each other. And they both really liked the mountains and the outdoors. So we went up in the mountains by a little creek and we planted two little pine trees that were, native to the forest.
Nice.
And we scattered her ashes around the trees, and they're still doing really well, as
That's
far as I
awesome.
know.
That's nice. So you have like a nice place to go that you created. That's really cool, actually.
Yeah,
So yeah,
kind
we'll
of
steal that
kind of
idea. We'll
cool.
do that.
Go for it.
Anthony, Anthony once told me that, um, because he has always been a Superman fan, like he's always had that Superman complex, just
Yeah.
and he dresses up and he kind of looks like him. So,
Uh-huh.
um, he said, "Dress me up like Superman and catapult me into the ocean." So it looks like he's flying. Oh,
I can see that.
I
I can
think
see
I can
that.
do it now. I just think that the city probably wouldn't approve. So,
And
I
the city has no
honestly,
sense of humor.
I know, I honestly would like any funeral for me to be a party because I love hosting parties.
Mhm.
And I would, although I'm sure people would cry, I'd want people to mostly laugh because, like, I don't know, that's what
Yeah.
I like to
It's
do.
hard. It's hard to plan that funeral for somebody.
I know,
But
but
so I hope that I get to like the age where I can write my own obituary myself and like plan my own funeral
maybe we should
and
just
just
do it now so that it's already ready. But we
I'm
plan to
not ready
live
for that.
forever. You're not ready for that? Oh, I could. Oh, maybe that means I'm gonna
It
die
would freak
soon.
me out. Like I don't
Yeah.
yeah. Please don't die soon. I would yeah,
I don't believe I'm gonna die soon. And I
that's
think
good.
your brain is super powerful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that sounds like a kooky thing to say, but I just
No, it
I just believe it.
well that's good.
Yeah.
But I
If
do like
that's like one of
the
the
thought
only
of a
things I
celebration of
believe,
life.
I guess, is
Yeah,
how
and I hope it's
powerful our brains are. Go ahead.
yeah. Oh, I was gonna say I hope it's not disrespectful, but like the one cemetery thing I could see me doing is like just to like mess with people in the future.
Yeah.
Like put a crown on or something or some kind of weird weird outfit
Make
so when they
people
dig me up they're like this is someone special. This is like she was revered. Nah, she was just kind of dumb.
oh, shut up.
Well, by dumb I mean just like stupid funny.
Oh,
Like
got you. Yeah, you are stupid funny, but so am I. That's the
I am
best type
stupid
of
funny.
yeah. Okay. Want to hear a really stupid funny story? Okay, so
Yes.
my poor friend. I'm not gonna say his name, but
Okay.
he he came over and had some libations, and then he was really thirsty and grabbed a water bottle off the table and took a gigantic swig, like really just threw it down. But it was Bubbles that had the same type of top as him.
Oh, how did
And
that turn out for him?
well, at first he was like kind of like fine, like he was like, oh, I need some water, like oh, and then so he's sitting there. Then he just disappeared and spent most of the night in the bathroom. And I was like, I felt so bad because I was like, he feels so awful. But then like I made the joke, like, I wonder if the toilet's just filled with bubbles right now. Like,
Wait, I've seen that. Was that Dumbo or something? Where they have the
I
pink
don't
elephant
know.
bubbles? Anyway,
I
keep
don't
going.
know. But either
Thanks for
way,
scrubbing the toilet, dude.
he felt really shitty and I felt shitty about that. But I
That's
did
really funny
go
though.
online on Amazon and order him a Mr. Bubbles t-shirt that's waiting at the mailbox.
I do like that a lot.
Yeah, because he feels better now and we can laugh about it. And he drank bubbles. So,
That probably
and also
lubricated the whole
like
system and
he
cleaned right
he
out.
didn't bring a water bottle with him. Like he was so thirsty that he was gonna drink out of somebody else's water bottle. That is so crazy to me. Like
To you, that's like,
I would never. I would, because I
yeah,
was
no,
just
you
like,
wouldn't.
whose
You wouldn't
water
even drink
bottle
your
did
own
it?
drink.
I know, because I walked away for too long and I've
Yeah.
never ever thought that somebody was like date raping me. It was just the idea of
No,
somebody else's.
amoebas. Yeah.
Yes. Don't you know I'm
Yep.
loco essay?
No, okay. Have you seen the movie Signs where there's like aliens that run through the cornfield or whatever? It's got Mel Gibson in it.
I don't think I have. I think I've
It's
seen a
probably a
lot
million
of
billion
like
years ago.
I've seen a lot of people reference it,
Yeah.
but I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever seen the movie.
Well, it reminds me of you because there's a little like 4-year-old girl and she leaves these glasses of water all over the house. And they're asking her like, why couldn't you drink this one? She's like, it got some dust in it. I'm like, why couldn't you drink this one? It had amoebas in it. Like that's Rachel
Yes.
as a small child.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, we went on this trip. Well, it was when my family was moving from Missouri to Utah, and my dad had to stay behind, and my mom went with me and some of the sisters to go and like basically scout out to see how we could make this move. And
Yeah.
on the way there, what they brought for our snack, like it was like a treat, was a bag of blow pops. I had convinced myself that one of them was poisoned. I didn't eat a blow pop the entire time. Every time they offered, I just wasn't feeling like a blow pop or whatever. Like I wasn't telling them, oh, it's poisoned or anything. I was just like, no, because I think part of
No,
me
thank you.
knew that it wasn't real, but I still
Uh-huh.
couldn't eat it because I was never like, you're gonna die. I was
Really?
just yes. I was just like,
She's like, no.
like
I like that they were poisoned and you're like, you guys can all have one, but me no.
right? No, it's like I knew it wasn't real though. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
I said, I had anxiety from a very young age, and I had seen the doctor who told me about my anxiety before that, before we moved
Yeah.
to Utah. Yeah, because like when I had my
Interesting.
brain tumor, not my brain tumor, my tumor in my head and my eardrum that was removed,
Yeah.
and
I
then I
forgot
had
about that.
epilepsy. Like during that time, I mean, obviously, I had a lot of anxiety because I had a lot of things to think about as a little brain. But so
Yeah.
it's like I was
Heavy
aware
topics.
of my anxiety, but I also wasn't aware of it. Like I like really believed it was gonna, but then also was like, it's fine, like whatever, but I just couldn't let myself eat it. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
man, I wish I could
No
go
can
back
do.
and like be like, it's fine. Like eat the fucking sucker.
Eat the sucker. No, that
Oh,
is really interesting. I
I
like that.
suffered. I mean, yes, I mean, I guess I
I mean, I
didn't.
don't like that you suffered with
No,
anxiety,
but I
but
also didn't suffer.
yeah,
All I didn't get was a
no,
lollipop that was gonna make my teeth more decayed than they already were.
it
So
was poison.
it was. I was saving. See, I recognized it probably had red dye. I was just so ahead of my times.
Yeah,
I
see?
was somebody sent me over with the fear of the poisons in our food, and look at our world right now. Look at our food,
That is true.
especially in the US.
It's all poison.
So
And it's even to the point where like I grow my own food now and I still don't want to eat it because I'm like, I feel like there's something wrong with it.
oh man,
You ever
I
do
was
that?
no, because I don't know how to grow my own food, but I want to grow my own food.
Well, like, okay, we had chickens and
Oh no, yes, yes, I know exactly what you mean, but yes.
yeah,
Oh,
so I was gonna whenever I made cookies, I eat cookie dough because I like cookie dough.
mhm.
But if it was made with like eggs from our chickens at home, I'd be like, I
Like you
don't
felt
really
like
want
they
to
were
for some
dirtier
reason.
because they weren't pasteurized or this
They
or
weren't,
that,
yeah,
right?
they weren't
They hadn't been
packaged in a
processed.
neat little, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And it's
getting
just
over
a
that, but
mental bump.
yes, the same. Like for some reason, we think that it's better and more
Yeah.
regulated. And maybe there was a time where that was the case, but it's not the case anymore for sure.
No.
And yeah, you know what is so freaking scary about that? That
What's that?
like Jimmy's cancer that he just had, and all the different people that are I know that are have cancer right now. Like
Yeah.
Haley's best friend is 12 and has already had cancer twice, and they just found something in her leg. And like I'm just like all the different people. I'm like I think that the foods and stuff and all the stuff in our environment are catching up with us a lot faster. Like, and when
Yeah.
I was just at the another crazy thing that happened this week was that Bella's platelets, she got a virus, and then her platelets
Yeah.
dropped, and the platelets
Oh,
dropped at the same time that she started her period, and she almost bled out.
crap.
Yeah, her platelets went to nothing, and she was bleeding, and it wasn't stopping. So they ended up putting her in the
What's
hospital, and
Oh
she's
no.
still on meds, and she still is like a bubble child. We can't let her like do any of her sports and stuff until we make sure her platelets are up.
Yeah.
But when we were in the
You need to
hospital,
live.
yeah, but when we were in the hospital, it was so sad. We were in the pediatric emergency room at Shands because they sent us up to an actual children's hospital. So we had to
Yeah.
drive like hour and a half away just to go to the hospital they wanted her to be at. And then the emergency room was just filled. Thankfully, they knew she was coming because they
Yeah.
called ahead, and they were prepared, and they knew that she was going into hematology and that they needed to get her in there. But I was just thinking about how our healthcare system is so overran right now, and there's not enough
Oh,
people
it's
doing it, and
awful.
they're so under it's the same as all the same shit with dental and everything. It's just like an overrun system. So now more than ever, I need to start thinking about what I'm eating and
Yeah.
growing my own shit, just because not because I'm afraid that food's not going to be there, but it's just the food that we have is like literally killing us.
Yeah.
I
Um,
mean,
yeah. Speaking
yeah,
of,
no, I think it literally is. Like I'm watching people just
I don't know, I ate a hot pocket and thought that was a great. No, I'm just kidding.
no, I
That was
know. I
not
do the
good.
same thing. We eat so bad. We are so bad. And I'm just like, this is going to catch up with us in a way that I'm going to just wish I'd done better. And so I'm just
Yeah.
trying to do better.
Yeah. No, but about the healthcare system, my daughter this week, my 15-year-old,
Yeah.
she had a seizure out of nowhere
Oh
in
my
the middle of
God.
school. Yeah. And trying to get health insurance. Okay, what am I trying to say here? Trying to pre-approve for an MRI and health insurance has been like a week, and she's been fine since then. But I'm like,
Like,
is
I
this not
really
an
want to
emergency
know. Yeah.
situation? Get her in there. Like, why should I have to wait a week? Can you imagine if something was like extremely wrong? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
For sure. You, and she
yeah,
hasn't had any other symptoms at all.
none.
That's good, but that's scary.
Yeah,
Hopefully they can get
more
her
more
in
on
there
that later,
quick.
I guess.
But
Yeah,
but
she's had
yeah,
Jen.
they are backlogged a lot. Go ahead
Yeah,
and say what you're gonna say, and then we'll get back to the
oh,
backlog.
I said she
Have
had an
what?
EEG and that came out fine. So,
Oh, good.
little brain
Oh,
scan.
good.
She had to fall asleep.
Okay. I
Yeah.
remember I used to have EEGs a lot, and the irregularities were always in the left side of my brain. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah. And I can only like I have a hard time controlling half of my face. Like I can control it,
Really?
but I can't do that. Like I can't like I can lift this side, but the other side, it's just the whole thing has
Really?
to
How
lift.
did I
Yeah.
not know that?
I don't know because my sisters like to tease me relentlessly, and it was really funny because I would like they'd go do this and I'd be like I like this side. Anthony makes fun of me because I can like wink with that one, but this one it's a real conscious effort. Like I'm like like, and it's always been that way.
Interesting.
Yeah, I probably
I
should have
think
an
I probably knew that at one
being
time, but
like, is this still okay? I've been
am
anesthesia.
I still good?
Am I still
You
good?
good? Yeah.
Anyways, well, I'm glad
Yes.
that she's okay.
Yeah.
The
And I'm glad
backed up,
Bella's okay.
yeah, me too. We'll be getting her like platelets on Tuesday, and once we know that
Yeah.
they're back up in the thing, because she's on meds to try to stop the bleeding, and then to get her platelets up, she's on steroids because they need to it's an autoimmune thing, so you have to stop
Yeah.
her immune system essentially from working for a little bit.
Mm.
It's a whole
So
thing.
she can't
Yeah, I just feel like
be where she's gonna catch things.
yeah, I just want to wrap her in bubble wrap and
Hmm.
the things being backed up though made me think about um
Oh yeah.
Jimmy, like for him being Anthony's daddy, he being cremated, but they're backed up with bodies like a few weeks out. So like Anthony at one point in time was like, it's just so weird to me. Like it's I'm not comfortable with thinking about him just in a freezer somewhere. Like I wish they could have just
Oh.
done it. I'm like, oh, but that's just, things being backed up because
Hmm.
everything's kind of broken right now. And
Well,
the
I
people
saw.
working there are doing the best they freaking can, and
Oh yeah.
there's not enough.
You can only do what you can do. I mean,
I know.
can't keep going. I saw something this week on a new method of cremation, kind of, where they like put you in this box with other soil components until you decompose, and then your fertilizer, and then your family can choose where to put you.
And you're a tree?
Um, it's just
No.
dirt.
Oh,
You
okay.
just become dirt, and you can put it wherever. So I thought that was kind of an interesting idea. Innovations in
Yeah.
mor mortuary care,
Yeah.
but
If I became a
no.
tree, I feel like it would lock them to a house though. Because I've thought about that, and then I was like, but what if then they
Yeah.
felt like they could never leave? I
Or if
wouldn't
the
want to.
tree died, they'd feel
Like
like
I
they'd
I need
failed,
to be
or
in the wind because I'll be everywhere. Yeah.
that's what I think. I'm like, throw me somewhere and I'm just wherever you are, if I can be there, I will be there. Like you
Exactly.
don't
Yeah.
need to,
I will be right there.
yeah, you don't
Yeah,
need to
exactly.
come back to this place. If I can, I will be there.
And then we're gonna be at the cemetery, nobody's visiting us, and you're gonna be
Right?
like,
We need to be buried in the same cemetery with a little white picket
oh,
fence
yeah,
and be like,
oh.
we would just
Keep
like
playing,
at
carry
two
on
in
the
the morning,
adventure.
right? For some reason, at 2 in the morning in this cemetery, there's just a lot of laughter.
Oh no, it would be
No one knows
it
where
would
it's
be the
coming
ones who
from.
are haunting people who came in. uh
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Throw the stick.
Or me and you in a cemetery, and we'd be like, I'm scared. It's like, you're already dead. I don't care.
I'm still scared. Yeah,
I'm still
no.
scared.
That was us quite a few times too. You would think with the times that we were so scared that we wouldn't have done so many things that we should have been scared of.
Chalk it up to awesome stupidity. We were great.
Yes, awesome stupidity. Being a kid is great.
Everybody needs a little stupidity in their life. They're like, just
Yeah.
do dumb things
I mean, that's how you
as
really
long as they're
learn. Do how does the person somebody says do I don't know, dangerous things
do one thing that scares you.
smart? No, like do dangerous things carefully. I don't know. There's a thing that made sense
Yeah,
in my head for a second.
do dangerous things carefully. I like that.
Like Elena, I let her do things that sometimes I'm like, should I be letting her do this? But I'm like, but she's showing herself to be so capable that I'll just. But then sometimes like she's 4 and she's like, I'll hear something like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make mac and cheese." Like she's taking out the like my other kids have always asked like, "Oh, can I have this or can I make it?" And she's like, "I'm making. Does anybody want some?" I'm like, "You're 4."
Cute. I love that.
I know. She's so like a woman of action. When Gian was like choking and kind of coughing and stuff like that, she
Yeah.
ran over and pat his back and said, "I'll help you." And then after he was like,
My
"Did you
gosh.
see what she did? Did you like she was the first one, like she's gonna save people." She was right on that. I was like, that was awesome.
That is awesome. I like
Yeah.
that. I'm losing my ability though over time to like allow my kids to do dangerous
Scary
things even
things.
carefully. Yes. Like when I was a young mom and
Uh-huh.
probably really stupid, my kids, we had these like haystacks by our house. They're really tall. And like our kids would climb to the top and they'd jump to their dad. And
Yeah.
there's no way I would let them do that now. Like, are you
Well,
kidding me?
they're
That's a
bigger and
lie.
he's older. They were different
Well,
bodies, you know?
it's true, but still. maybe not smart. I don't know.
Yeah,
Right?
but I think when they were younger, like, I don't know, I did a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
we had
yeah.
hay bales in Missouri that I would go out and like run through before we'd go to school. And in the third
Uh-huh.
grade, I think I only remember my teacher's name because of this incident where I freaked her out because I would just go with a tick on my face. And to me, it was like a Tuesday because I was playing in the
Right? It's
hay.
like, oh,
And
that's
and
that's
yeah,
that's
she
Bob.
was like, "Oh my, got help." And I'm just like,
Here you go.
but I do know that if it was still crawling on me. It wasn't like
Yeah, yeah,
burrowing
yeah.
in or anything. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
now, I mean, I do not like bugs either. I kind of get it because
Yeah.
I'm not as brazen with bugs as I was when I was a kid because
Yeah.
I learned to be creeped out by them, I guess. I don't know. Because like
Yeah.
most of them aren't actually poisonous or anything. They just make me feel ugh.
Creepy crawly. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was taught that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, because I obviously was
My
fine with them.
my 7-year-old has been catching bugs lately. Like,
Hmm.
do you know those magnet blocks? Do you guys have those? They're just these
Yeah,
like
yeah,
magnet
yeah. Are they
tiles, and
they're
you like,
squares and triangles and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
yes, we do.
yeah. Okay. So he builds little boxes out of those, and
Hmm.
then he'll go catch bugs. And the other day he like caught a bee and he brought it in the house and let it go. I'm like,
Thank you.
why? Thanks so much.
Oh,
But I go outside and there's just all these little colored boxes of bugs, and
I love it. I used to use glass
pretty sweet.
jars and
Mhm, me too.
then like a twig to recreate their natural environment.
The natural habitat. That's
Uh-huh.
right. Yep.
Yeah.
And then you like poke holes in the top and of the
Uh-huh.
little,
Man, I
yeah,
do
so
miss that.
many.
Like there's not a lot of places for my kids to play outside, and the yards normally have like freaking chemicals because they were just treated to look nice, and it's just like
Mm,
not the same. Like
not the
them
same at all.
playing in the dirt is like not the same as us playing in the dirt and playing with bugs for some reason.
Well, we've got it here. It's just my kids grew up
Don't want to.
differently. They don't love it
Yeah.
as much, except, I guess the little dude's catching bugs, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you do outgrow
There's
it, but I feel like I don't know. Like my kids never went through it.
yeah.
Or no, that's not true though, because Bella used to catch the anole on the lanai. They're the little lizards that run around. We call
Oh, those
them
are fun.
pico pacos. Yeah.
I
If you
like
like
that a
freak
lot.
them out, their tails will fall off. And our cats like to like hunt them, and I'm always like, no,
Don't eat them.
I know.
Have they ever brought one in their mouth and like
Oh
let it go in the
yeah.
house?
Oh yeah. No, no, not in the house, but on the lanai.
Yeah.
The other night, I have videos of one of our cats. Gotta play with him because she wasn't like killing him. It wasn't like the act of
Yeah.
like
It was just
taunting
playing.
him. And then sometimes I'll be like, and I'll help the thing escape or whatever. This time it
Uh-huh.
escaped on its own, luckily, because I don't know if it bit her and her paw through it or what, but it landed on the table by us. And it was just sitting there. She was looking everywhere, and it just stayed still. And
Not
then we
moving.
weren't paying attention, and then it was gone. And I was like, he was smart. He's like, if I stay still, they can't see me. What was
Hang on,
that?
my sound just stopped for some reason. I don't know why. Keep
All right.
talking. I
Well,
got
I
it
can
back.
hear you. Okay, good.
Good.
Yeah. I don't know. That I think I was done. Um,
Well, yeah,
all right.
kids
Well,
outside, awesomeness.
yeah.
So we
I
kind
guess
of went a whole bunch of different ways on
yeah,
this one,
we
but
did, but I just kind of missed you and hadn't talked, and I figured,
I miss your
I
face as
mean,
well.
like I've been having all kinds of thoughts, might as well think them to someone else and I don't
Yeah.
know, get some
And I think it
feedback.
is important to know what you believe about the afterlife, even if you don't know what to believe. That's, I mean, sometimes it's
Well,
important
it's
to put that
because
into words.
yeah, well, because especially like my kids, like it freaks them out, and I think it's because it feels unknown. So if they can come to a
Mhm.
place of just like they still might be afraid of death at a young age, because I don't want to die
Yeah.
now. Like I'm not putting myself in dangerous situations just because I'm not afraid of being dead. I still don't
Yeah.
want to die.
Right.
So
I enjoy life and I would like to live it healthily and well as long as I can.
yeah,
I Yeah. I
I feel the
with
same.
with the full knowledge that, nobody lives forever, but
Exactly.
I like this one.
Yeah, exactly. Me
I
too.
I think it's a good one.
Yeah. All
So
right. Well,
anyway, here's to the I wish I had like a shot glass or something to be like, here's to Jimmy. Here's
mood.
cheers. I
Yes.
should have used my time to go grab a drink, but I didn't. Cheers.
That's okay. Put a little thing to him from me.
I like that.
I haven't really posted anything yet anywhere because I haven't quite like found the words, I guess. But
No, I get it.
he was
I get it.
like a another dad to me for sure. Like it feels bad to say because I do have a dad, but Jimmy was also very much
No, he
like a
was
dad to me and supported us through a lot. So, and he was just a good guy and fun to have conversations with, and
and
he
just a
was
large presence to have in your home, like
yeah,
in your life.
a
So
part of our lives died with him because like he's there's just an empty chair now and the world keeps moving and it just doesn't make sense and
it doesn't
it's
feel
just
right.
doesn't feel right, but I feel like he's in a good place, and if he can be around all his people, I'm sure he is. He is an awesome guy. But
Yeah.
anyways, all right, well,
Well,
I love you and
I love
Elilas.
you too. I think you're awesome.
Thank
And
you.
may this next month kick ass for you because I think you could use a little break. I really do. No hospitals,
uh
no mortuaries, no
we could
nothing.
use
Just,
some W's, less L's. Just kidding. Life
yes.
happens,
Well,
like, and it keeps moving forward.
yeah. And sometimes it just happens a lot all at
It
once.
did. It happened a
Like,
lot all at once, but
mhm.
yeah.
But you're amazing.
You
So
too. Thank you.
keep
You'll
up
have to
the good
tell me
work.
more about your gardening because I didn't know you were growing your own food.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
I
I'm super duper good at it.
do
No, but
that. I want to do it,
it's
but
fun.
all right.
It's fun.
Well, I
All
love you.
right,
Talk to you
Lilas,
later.
and
Bye.
see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.
You were one of those classic ones, traveling around this sun. You were one of those classic ones. I wish she knew you. You were one of those classic ones. Now everybody knows. friends with you again.
Subscribe up there.
Subscribe.
There's a subscribe up there.
Okay.
Like the button.
Okay.